Now, news just in, Queensland Police have confirmed the pilot of a helicopter which crashed into a hotel in Cairns has died. The twin-engine helicopter collided with the roof of a hotel at the intersection of the Esplanade and Florence Street, and that was shortly before 2 a.m. And the resulting impact caused a fire on top of the hotel. Now, the building was evacuated as a precaution. There were no injuries sustained by people on the ground. The pilot was declared dead at the scene and was the only occupant of the aircraft. An exclusion zone remains in place, encompassing the Esplanade, Mini Street, Abbott Street and Florence Street. The Bureau of Meteorology is warning of isolated minor flooding in northeast New South Wales after yesterday's heavy rain. The Bureau says water levels may rise in the Richmond, Tweed and Wilson rivers in the coming days, and the situation could change quickly. Residents in the Northern Rivers are being urged to monitor for updates. So let's get the latest on that now. Dean Narramore is a senior meteorologist at the BOM. Dean, what have we seen in Queensland and New South Wales overnight?
Yeah, we've seen widespread rainfall across much of eastern Queensland and northeast New South Wales. The heaviest falls were around the Townsville area of 80 to 100 millimetres there, and also down in northeast New South Wales we've had widespread 100 to 150 millimetres, including 157 at Evans Head and 163 at Goonenberry, but many other areas in the 120 to 140. And we're starting to see some responses there as well in our rivers, creeks and streams, with some starting to rise there, with widespread rain and showers likely to continue there and much of eastern Queensland again today.
Yeah, and what is the forecast ahead for southeast Queensland and northeastern New South Wales?
Yeah, so our focus definitely are these areas today. So we're seeing that rain up around the North Tropical Coast and Townsville area. That'll all start easing and shifting south into the Central Coast and then really start picking up in the Wide Bay and Capricornia today. So watch out that for showers tending to rain and probably coming heavy as we get into tonight and tomorrow. Further south, we'll see those showers increase as well through southeast Queensland, including Gold Coast, Sunshine Coast and Brisbane, while that heavy rain and shower activity in northeast New South Wales will likely continue for much of today, easing tonight and probably coming back again tomorrow.
And looking even further ahead, Dean, do we know where the system would go after that?
Yeah, we're likely to see it continues to move very slowly south down the Queensland coast. So once the system is south of you, it's going to clear out. So clearing out across the tropical coast today, central coast tomorrow, and then still going in southeast Queensland and northeast New South Wales on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then probably clearing southeast Queensland late Wednesday, and then probably not clearing the eastern parts of New South Wales until Thursday. And over those 4 days, we're likely to see widespread 50 to 150. We could see isolated falls in excess of 200, particularly around the Capricornia, northeast New South Wales and the Wide Bay.
Okay, and any current warnings?
Yeah, we do have a severe weather warning current in northeast New South Wales for heavy rainfall. That does include Yamba, Evans Head and Lismore, and we're also seeing flood watches from Fraser Island, Gary, all the way down into northeast New South Wales. Dean
Narramore from the BOM, thank you.
Thank you.
The Olympic Games have come to an end, with Australia recording its most successful campaign ever, winning 18 gold medals. Tom Maddox has all the details from Paris.
The baton has officially passed from Paris to Los Angeles to host the Olympics in 2028, following a spectacular closing ceremony at the Stade de France in Paris. It was a Hollywood ending, a Hollywood entrance from none other than Tom Cruise, who stole the show to end the proceedings in front of more than 70,000 people. Known for his stunt work, of course, Cruise floated into the middle of the arena before riding through the crowd on a motorbike. Earlier, sailor Matt Wern and swimmer Kaylee McEwen represented Australia as the flag bearers for the closing ceremony, leading the Aussie contingent in the Parade of Nations. And iconic French bands Phoenix and Air belted out their pop and electronic hits to punctuate a very French closing ceremony. But it was a successful finish to the competition for Australia too. In cycling, Matthew Richardson has won a silver medal and Matt Glaetzer has won a bronze in the men's Cairns. So in that final was Richardson and Glaetzer in a field that was stacked. Included the world's fastest man, the Flying Dutchman Harry Laverson, and as we saw in the individual sprint final, it was Laverson against Australia's best sprinter in Richardson in a head-to-head on the final lap. And Richardson gave it his all, but the Dutchman was just too strong. Richardson with a silver medal and Glaetzer, the veteran in his final Olympics, finished with bronze to add to the bronze that he won earlier in the Games in the team sprint. And the Opals will go home with a bronze medal around their neck. Of course, after the disappointment of missing out on the podium in Tokyo 3 years ago, they've ended their stint in Paris on a high. It's a great recovery after quite a shocking start in the opening game against Nigeria. So in that bronze medal playoff against Belgium, the impressive Belgian outfit, it was a high-quality game. The Opals finished 85 points to Belgium's 81, with Ezzy Magbagor playing a starring role, scoring 30 points and 13 rebounds. So it was really those young players who stepped up. And Lauren Jackson, the 43-year-old in her 5th Olympics, she was an unused player off the bench, but she now has 5 medals from 5 games and a wonderful end to her international career. In the women's final of basketball, it was the USA who beat France in a thrilling 1-point win to clinch America's 8th straight gold medal. Cayla George from the Opals, she spoke after the win.
We're Aussies, right? We're so resilient. We're tough as nails. I know. It's crazy. We're so tough. And look, I mean, I'm not surprised because we've been in big moments before. Like, after we lost to Nigeria, every game from then on out was do or die. We've literally had our backs against the wall the entire tournament and have been able to come out and win this bronze medal. So I've said it and I'll say it again, I'm just so proud, I'm overwhelmed, and I know. Are you overwhelmed too? Yeah, cool.
So with 18 gold, 19 silver and 16 bronze, Australia has finished 4th on the medal tally behind Japan in 3rd, China in 2nd and the USA on top of the medal tally.
Here are the top stories on ABC News. The pilot of a helicopter that crashed into a hotel in Cairns has been killed. Authorities say the chopper crashed into the roof of the Doubletree by Hilton Hotel on the Cairns Esplanade early this morning, sparking a fire. An exclusion zone remains in place. The hotel was evacuated, with hundreds of guests taken to nearby accommodation. Hamas has declared it's not willing to start fresh negotiations with Israel on a ceasefire and hostage deal. The group says a deal proposed by the United States back in July should be adopted and is accusing Israel of consistently undermining efforts to reach an agreement. Talks were due to be held in either Doha or Cairo on Thursday. Ukrainian troops have advanced as far as 30 kilometres into Russian territory. Kyiv says thousands of its forces are taking part in the incursion into the western region of Kursk. It is the biggest attack on Russian soil by a foreign army since World War II and the most significant cross-border assault by Ukraine since Russia's full-scale invasion. And Australia is celebrating its most successful Olympics campaign ever, finishing 4th on the Paris medal tally with 18 gold. The athletes were led into the closing ceremony by flag bearers Kaylee McEwen and Matt Wern. The ceremony featured performances from French bands Air and Phoenix, as well as Billie Eilish, the Red Hot Chili Peppers and Snoop Dogg.